Hello crafting, welcome back to my channel. In this video we shall mold a fascinator base using a bottle. Let's get crafting. If you're new here, you're highly welcome. I am Ibiwari. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So for our project today, we'll be needing stiffener, we'll need our water, we need our bottle, a strong bottle, we need our brush, we need scissors, and our Sinamay and rubber band. You can also use a rope, a strong rope, or any fabric that you can tie. Let's get to work. So for your Sinamay, you need to cut out your Sinamay on the bias. So for this one is a leftover Sinamay from another project, so I'll be working with this. Is already on the bias, so it's two. I'll have to I want my Sinamay to be two, so I'll just cut this out. So since it's on the bias, just fold it still in that triangular shape and cut it out. You get to your smaller sizes. When you have a big size and you want to get to smaller sizes, just still fold it in the triangular form, cut it out. If it's still too big, fold it again and cut. That's how you keep cutting till you get to the smallest size you want, and that way it's still on the bias. So I just go ahead and spray water on my Sinamay. Spray water on my Sinamay. This is to help it make it more stretchy when you're working. When you're pulling it makes it easier for you. So you're not spraying your water to be your Sinamay to be that very wet, just to give it a little spray of water to soften it a bit. So I'll just place it on my bottle. And now this one, you can use any other, this method you can also use it for any other shape that you like and you want to make a base out of it, or you want to make a fascinator that you don't really have a small size fascinator and you don't have that size of mold. Go ahead and make use of any shape. So I'll just put my rubber band around it, put my rubber band around my bottle. So now for this method, because where you place your rubber band, you can't cut when you're done, you can't cut below that point. So put that into consideration when you're taking the length of where your rubber band will be. If you want your fascinator to be somewhere maybe midway, you push your rubber band lower than where you want your fascinator base to be, where you want the height of your fascinator base to be. So that was what I was just doing there, checking where I want my base to be. Now when you put your rubber band to be tight enough for it to hold your Sinamay to your bottle, but still you should be able to manipulate your Sinamay while your rubber band is wrapped around it. So I'll just go ahead and keep stretching the same way you do for when you're using a mold, but the difference is the mold you do your north, east, west and south, where you have to pin down before you start stretching and pulling. But this you just go ahead and pull, because you can't use a pin or a thumbtack on this. So you just go ahead and manipulate it to the left, to the right. It takes some time, but trust me, with patience you will get it right, and it saves you a lot of cost when you don't have the money to go and get a specific mold. You can mold from any shape, bottle, plate. So I'll just go ahead and cut off the excess of my Sinamay, so it will allow me still manipulate my Sinamay on the bottle. So if you've not subscribed to our channel, you can click on the subscribe button now and join the Kraft team for more headwear tutorial, fashion accessory DIYs and millinery tips, and more to come. So I'll just continue to manipulate my Sinamay just to take out most of those folds as much as possible, to take out most of those folds. So it takes quite some time, but you'll get through with it. The first time might be tasking, but once you get into it and keep doing it, it will be easy for you to mold on absolutely anything. So because it's bottle, I did not wrap my bottle with waterproof, but you can go ahead to wrap with waterproof if you're comfortable with it. Keep in mind my Sinamay is layered, so I go ahead to manipulate the upper layer, then still also go ahead to manipulate the down layer so that it will help it lay flat on the bottle. So if you're using two Sinamay to mold, if 2 pieces of Sinamay to mold, that will work for you too. So after manipulating for a while, I went ahead to use a ribbon. I cut out a ribbon to still force the tying on of my rubber band, just to reinforce the hold of the rubber band on the Sinamay. So I went ahead to cut out a ribbon and tied it around it also. So I'll just still basically manipulate. So now the beauty of this mold now, using this mold, because you can make smaller size of base, very small size of base. So I'll just go ahead. I'm done. I've manipulated as much as I can for this, so I'm done. I'll just go ahead and apply my stiffener. For my stiffener, there is another video of how to block a lace like a pro. You can go ahead and check out that one also. So but for my stiffener, I use equal volumes, so like 50-50. I apply put the same amount of my stiffener and I dilute it with water, but you can do which works best for you. So if your stiffener is too thick, you get to see white patches when your base is dry, but if you free a bit, then it enters your Sinamay, and once it's dry, you don't see those white patches. So how I apply my stiffener with my brush, I tend to like poke this stiffener into the Sinamay, just like giving it a dap it into the Sinamay, then before I use the brush to smoothen it out. That way it enters into the Sinamay well enough to stiffen it, because my Sinamay is layered, so it gets to the second layer also. But whichever way that works for you, go ahead and use that method. So I'll just keep going and apply all through my base, my molded base now. So as you can see, I used a liner, waterproof liner on my fabric. So if you don't want it to spoil any fabric or any surface you're using, just remember to line the surface before you start applying your stiffener on your base. So I'm almost done applying my stiffener on my base, and when I'm done applying, I'll let it dry. Once it's dry, we'll come back to see what we got out of our bottle. So in our next video, we'll get to see what we'll do with this Fascinator base we made out of the bottle. So yeah, I'm just still trying to manipulate because I felt a little movement from my, as I say, applying my stiffener. So just do you, go ahead. If there is any need to make adjustments, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. The final result is what we want it coming out good. So if there is any need to make adjustments before the final result, why not? Go ahead and make your adjustments. So my stiffener I prepared for this base was a little bit too much, and I had to finish it on it. I wished I did not because it was too much for after it dried, but it all is all looking fine and good. So now this is it after I've dried my molded Sinamay. See, the outcome is it's off the bottle. It's off the bottle, so I'll just go ahead and trim off the excess. So see that white patches is the excess. I had to use all I prepared. I don't want to waste it. So see some white patches. So I'll just go ahead and cut off those areas too and line it the way I want. So it's quite easy and simple, and you can mold out of anything with this technique. You can mold out of anything. So if you like any bit of this video, if you've learned anything from this video, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, join the Kraft team, and let's connect. In our next video, we'll get to see how we designed this, our Fascinator base. We used a bottle to mold. See how it is small and compact, so you can make smaller Fascinator base from any shape, anything, household items. So in our next video, we'll have to design this our Fascinator base. You can drop comments on ideas what you want to see us design with this Fascinator base. So we'll get to see your comments, and who knows, your comment can be our next video. So thank you for watching. Till we meet in our next video, take care of you and bye.